What's up, guys? This is Ren, and in this video, I am going to discuss the random variable. Alright, so what is a random variable? A random variable is a function that associates a numerical value to every outcome of a random experiment denoted by a capital letter, usually X. Okay, so for example, we have the random experiment. Now, to identify the random variable, first we are going to determine the sample space or the possible outcomes of our random experiment. So again, to identify a numerical value for our random variable x, we must determine all of the possible outcomes of our random experiment. Example, a coin is flipped 3 times. If x represents the number of tails of the outcome, what are the possible values of x? So here, we write our solution. Again, the question here is to identify the possible values of the x. And again, where x represent the number of tails of the outcome. So our random variable here is x. And again, if we want to find the a value of our random variable, first we must uh, determine all of the possible outcomes. But before anything else, first we must identify what is the random experiment being performed from our given example. The random experiment is flipping a coin 3 times. So that is our random experiment. And then the next step we should do is to determine all of the possible outcomes, or what we call sample space. To identify or to determine sample space, we are going to use tree diagram. Okay, so this is our first step. Let's zoom it in rather. If we flip a coin once, what could be our possible outcome? It's either head or tail. So these are the possible outcomes if we flip a coin once. It's either head or tail. Now, if we flip the coin for a second time, suppose that for the first flip, our outcome is head. The second flip of the coin would be the outcomes of that is either head or tail, right? Now, if the first flip is tail, the second flip, the outcomes of that is the same. It is either head or tail. So these are the result or the outcomes if we flip the coin twice. Now, for the third flip, suppose that we get head for the first flip and head for the second flip. The third flip of that would be the possible outcome is either head or tail, right? Now, if the first flip is head and the second flip is tail, the outcome for the third flip is either head or tail. Now, here, if the first flip is tail and the second flip is head, the third flip, the possible outcome is the same, it's either head or tail. Now, here, if the first flip is tail and the second flip is tail, the third flip, the outcomes of that is the same, it is the either head or tail. So these are the outcomes if we flip the coin thrice. Now, if we list all of the possible outcomes, or shall we say, the sample space here, we write our sample space, usually denoted by the capital letter S. Let's go back to our tree diagram. If our first flip is head, our second flip is head, and our third flip is head, we have this first outcome, head, head, head. Again, another. If our first flip is head, and our second flip is head, and our third flip is tail, we have the outcome, head, head, tail. Another, if our first flip is head, our second flip is tail, and our third flip is head, we have our third outcome, head, tail, and head. Another, if our first flip is head and our second flip is tail and our third flip is tail, we have another outcome, head, tail, tail. Another, if our first flip is tail and our second flip is head and our third flip is head, we have another outcome, tail, head, head. And if we list all of the possible outcomes, we have tail, head, tail, 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 head, and tail, tail, tail. Therefore, we write here our possible outcomes are 8 in total. Right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 outcomes in total. Now remember that our random variable x here represents the number of the tail. That is our random variable x. To find or to assign a numerical value to our random variable x, we must identify all of the possible outcomes. And again, we have identified all of the possible outcomes. Here we have 8 in total. So, to make things easier, we will make a table. Here we list down all the possible outcomes. And our possible outcomes are, we have here head, 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 tail, head, tail, head, head, tail, 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 head, head, tail, head, tail, 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 head, tail, tail, head, and tail, tail, tail. So these are our all possible outcomes. And then our random variable x is the number of tails, right? So this is our random variable x, the number of tails. Now, how many tails do we have to our first outcome? There are 0, right? Because we don't have tail. How many tails do we have for the second outcome? We have 1, right? How many tails do we have for the third outcome? We have another 1. How many tails do we have for our second outcome? I mean, for the fourth outcome, we have 2 tails, right? And for our fifth outcome, how many tails do we have? We have 1 tail. And then for our sixth outcome here, how many tails do we have? We have 2 tails. For our seventh outcome here, how many tails do we have? We have another 2 tails. And for our last outcome here, how many tails do we have? We have 3 tails. So, what are the possible values of x? Therefore, the possible values of x or the number of tails, the possible values for the number of tails are 0, this one, 1, this one. We don't have to write another one because we have 1 here, and then 2, which is this one, and then 3, period. That is the last possible value. So, we have reached a conclusion that the possible value of x, or the possible value of the number of tails, are 0, 1, 2, and 3 if we flip a coin 3 times and x represent the number of tails. I guess that's it for this video, no? Thank you very much for listening and wait for my next video. Bye!